Hey guys, you already know what it is. Your boy Darren Green back with another Real Housewives of Atlanta review. Okay, and I'm here with my lovely mutual here on YouTube, El Teddy. How you
Hey,
doing? You was
hey
out
now.
and about. You was out and about. What is going
I'm
on?
all listen, I be having a lot going on.
Uh-huh.
I'm not home. I fly back home tonight. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where you been at? I mean, is vacation or is it work? Is it
No, I wish it's not I be working and I be in all over the country, all over the place working.
I know that's right. You better get
Literally
your
working.
bag. Get your bag.
Gotta secure it.
Mm-hmm. No, I look. I'm trying to get like that, child. I'm trying to do these tours. Trying to look. I'm trying.
Be
Yeah.
careful what you ask for because you end up like be always on the road, always doing something.
Mm, yeah. Better than being home, child. But anyway, we're here to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 7. Who gonna check
Mhm.
me, boo? I'm sorry. What is up with these titles? Like they put no
Like
effort.
I didn't even understand because I don't even feel like Sheree even. Well, I can't say she didn't play a major role in this episode,
Mhm.
but I feel like she didn't. Like I don't.
It's just weird. It's just like you're using retired like catchphrases, and it just it's no there's no nuance to this show. What I'm noticing, but I will say this on the first thoughts, I definitely felt like the pacing was a lot better. It didn't stay in one scene for 40 to 30 to 40 minutes, child. As we over here, okay, we on the same damn scene, on the same conversation, talk about the same thing. It did, maneuver, and I guess we're gonna get that after, because they're not on the trip no more. They're, back home. But I mean, is it better? I don't know. I mean, it's like I said, it's good pacing, but it kept my attention. I guess I don't know. I really hate to see Real Housewives of Atlanta like fall off like this. Like it's really sad.
It's listen. I have not liked it
Hmm.
since they went to Japan.
Really? What season was
Yeah,
that?
and that's been about 3 or 4 seasons ago because Eva was still there.
Oh, when Eva was. I like that. Oh, it was when Eva and Marlo went back and forth. It was like you wearing a
And
helmet.
that's when I already couldn't stand Marlo,
Uh
and
huh.
at that point it was just there was no more that I could do with her. Like after Japan, it was that was it. I
Mm,
already didn't like her, but once they went to it was
yeah. I don't know. I mean,
anyway.
she was entertaining. Like I loved the banter between Eva and Marlo at that point, and then Eva was going through something, and Marlo was like big sis, and like I guess it was like, oh well, I'm sorry that this happened. Yeah, it was cute. I mean, I thought that Nene was on that season, right? That was her last season, right? Yeah.
What was it? I know Tanya. That was Tanya's first season.
Yeah.
That was Tanya's first season. So, but wait, I don't think she was on that
No,
season.
that was the season where Kenya wasn't there. Because
Right.
Nene had 2 seasons before, and then the second season, that's when Kenya
Nene
came
was
back.
there.
Uh-huh.
Kenya was not there.
Kenya was not there.
Portia was there. Tanya was that was Tanya's first season because remember Tanya was Nene's friend.
Right. I can't believe we got a season without Kenya. I mean, I know she's not everybody's favorite, but like Kenya really has been around for like a minute. Like I almost forgot why well, it's because of her husband or whatever, because she wanted, I don't know, he didn't want to be on the show. And then he ended up being on the show. Anyway, let's get into this episode.
Let's get into it, honey.
So it picks up from Drew essentially crashing the party or the event that Sonya was getting into.
I
And
mean, I don't know if she was crashing. She was invited
mhm, yeah, she was
and
invited.
not, and like she said, not uninvited. But so they get into this whole argument. The moms get Mama Joyce gets on my nerves. And people love Mama Joyce. She gets on my damn nerves. Sonya's mom gets on my nerves. Like y'all need to go find y'all a Shady Pines to go hang out at.
Right. Y'all
Be-
was jumping in. Like I'm
Because
like,
they be really up in these conversations and they be out here. ready to fight and windmill for their daughters, and y'all daughters ain't shit. There's a whole lot of times Candy ain't shit, but
Mm-hmm.
Joyce be out here windmilling for her. Sonya has a whole lot of shit going on with her, but her mama out here ready to fight and
And
throw
was
over
cursing
table
at Drew. I
disrespect.
was like, dang, mama.
And see what I'm not team Drew or team Sonya,
Mm-hmm.
but what you're not gonna do is tell me, well, why you making your face like that? Bitch, because it's mine. And I can.
Yeah,
And
you're
that's
not gonna
coming
check
from
the way my
somebody.
face. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My whole conversation is probably my face most of the time, baby.
Yeah. Mine
And
too.
what
I
you're
got
not
resting.
gonna tell me is I'm just supposed to stay here and be stone faced. When I know you said some shit that's either one a lie or two
Mm-hmm.
I want no parts of and can't agree with it all. And well, why are you making those faces? Bitch, why are you in this conversation? Because you were not there.
Yeah. Yeah. They needed to step out like, okay, mama's, go ahead, do something else. Go somewhere else.
Y'all can go clean up the kitchen since she only had the building for 2.5 hours.
Not 2.5 hours shot. I mean, they
I don't
got
know,
so much
maybe an
cooking.
hour and a half because she did say, well, I only got it to 9 o'clock. Well, 9 o'clock.
Well, first of all, how you do an event? We gotta go to the event and cook the food. I'm like, what is this? This is
Mm-mm.
child, not the buffet.
Hello. And then you putting us out. Oh, we only have it till 9 o'clock. Baby, you should have paid for it. You know, when you're doing camera and production, you always book a couple extra hours because you know it takes time for them to set up, shut down, break
Yeah.
down.
Well, Sonya's a little thrifty. I mean, we got that with Drew when she said that, I got, my makeup people did your makeup for free. And she said,
So did.
"Eh, it was
I
$25."
believe Drew. I don't believe Sonya paid them. Hell, Sonya got free press from Kenya and
Mhm,
Kenji last episode. So I
mhm.
believe all of it. All this about, oh, I'm a four-time baby, where's your coins?
Sis is Mr. Krabs, okay? She's like, look, I ain't paying that. Look, my
Because
thing
there's
is,
a lot of people who, got X amount of gold medals. Baby, that was how many years ago? What are you
okay.
doing now?
She said 2012. She got that thing because she gave it to Marlo, or she didn't give it to Marlo. She let Marlo wear it.
Right, and that's the other thing.
I'm like, you brought the medal to the like.
Right. Now, if you had said, oh,
That's
I
just
had a
so.
medal made for
And I
you,
really did like Sonya, but she looking like a cornball. Like she
she
really is a
looking like a
cornball.
whole ass clown.
Mhm.
Because if she said maybe, oh, I had like a replica made for you, girl, you ain't gonna get mine, girl. You can hold mine, you could, touch it, but girl, I ain't gonna give you my good medal because how are you giving me this? Because I want it, but no, but you got to get that back, girl. Make this because I'm with
Girl, make it make sense.
I was with Drew because Drew was like, well, I don't see Kenya bringing her tiaras, her
Mhm.
crowns, Candy and bring her. But I was with her on that. I
It
was with
it came
her.
it came off very braggadocious. It came off very like, look at me, guys. You should be my friends
Hmm.
because I'm that girl.
Now
Now,
y'all
what
can
Drew
say, and
said,
I don't like Drew at all, but
yeah,
it did give
it
pick me.
yeah, she was like pick Misha. She's a little pick Misha, and the thing about it is though, like you don't, if being that you're a Olympic gold medalist, I mean you won in 2012. Okay, um, you don't need clout from these girls, and that's why when Drew said, you're a clout chaser, not clout as in like she getting clout from Drew, but she's getting clout from, I guess, the being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like she's gonna get that moment. She's gonna, take this time to like completely take you down,
And let's just be real,
which fell flat.
brutally honest. The normal, most people, if then you say Sonya Richards Ross, they're gonna be like, who? I know who she is because I follow track and field. I'm
Mhm.
huge in the sport, so I know who she is. Quiet as it's kept, I want to know your husband more than I want to know you, boo.
Now, come on now.
But you're talking about, I understand completely what Drew was saying. And I don't like Drew. Let's be clear. I keep putting that up. I can't stand Drew.
Hmm.
But on this show, you are trying to cloud chase from
Yeah,
them because they have more name value, more notoriety.
yeah,
They're more liked than You.
I'm
Hell,
North Carolina.
Marlo just got a peach. Sheree just came back after 8,000 years.
Not 8,000.
Don't nobody like Drew because she ain't shit. So now you left with who? Candy and Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
So I understood totally when she said clout chase. And like you said, she wasn't trying to clout chase. Yes, you are a gold medalist, but off the track, don't nobody know who you are, sis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
They
know.
like you a former NFL, like certain sports are
Where you
here.
had like a human interest story. Like I know Shakari Richardson. I mean, just because off the strength that
Right.
she's, always in the news and stuff like that.
That wasn't you, sweetheart. Now maybe in Jamaica, where track is like the big thing,
Yeah.
girl, they probably you could walk around the streets like you a demigod. Girl, we're here in America. Girl, who are you?
Who are you?
Girl, who are you? And where's my coins? Because you want me to work for free.
What year was that? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Because I don't think Drew said anything about her not paying her bills. But now that you brought it up, well, girl, since you brought it up, I had wasn't said that you don't pay your bills. But now that you done said it, clearly you feel like we think you don't pay your bills. Is that true?
Right. Like no, because she got mad. She got mad as hell. We see that throughout this episode when they had that little sit down at the end. Like, yo, Drew be checking her on her shit, and then Sonya just be getting like, well, you know what, Drew, I can't stand your ass. Like, girl.
It sounds like she's been accused of that before.
Mm-hmm.
And now, anytime there's a little snippet of that, she's real defensive because it came off really defensive as if she was like, you ain't gonna put that moniker on me. Like she's had that before. And now she's like, I ain't gonna wear that no more.
Right.
Mm-mm.
It's fake. It's fake, and it like Drew said. You look like a pick me. You're trying to get picked by these other people. You know that Drew is not the popular girl here, so you want to get right with the popular girls, okay? And that is the Candy, that is the Kenya at the moment. Um, it's
And
just
it don't look good.
yeah.
It looks real weak. You got your mama over here windmilling for you, girl. Because I would have quickly said, "Don't worry about this, mama. No, you sit down. I got this.
I got
Well,
this.
I don't need you to say nothing. You
Mm-hmm.
and Mama Joyce, y'all can go over there, baby. I got this.
Right.
I don't need no. I don't need my mama to come fight for me, no boo. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now another thing happened at that sit down. Kenya and well, Drew was like, I ain't gonna be the only one getting cursed out today. Drew was like, look, at the end of the day, Kenya got a problem with that whole vibrator situation, Candy. So I think y'all need to address that. When I tell you, if somebody said this on Twitter, it's like Candy really cannot be checked. Like she has this narrative that she's like, you know, the bad. Like there's a hate train for her. It's like, girl, no. I mean, like Nene said, I don't want to dildo up my ass today. Like, it's just not, it's not giving. So I guess her and Kenya go back and forth, and she was like, well, you was on Twi and you did all this stuff, and you have this history of all these sexual stories, and you have a problem with some vibrators.
But but I was like, now Candy, her acting in a movie
Mm-hmm.
is very different than what she is
In
in
real
real
life.
life. Now, the people do say she, was landed low and spread it wide down to the Hollywood, but still,
And they said that about you too, Candy.
right, Candy, you was landed low and spread it wide too. The thing, the thing about it is, and then I was like, Drew, what you mad at? I'm not Drew, but Kenya, what are you mad at Drew for? You've been carrying bones
Mm-hmm.
this whole season, the entirety of the season. She has been carrying all the bones.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be getting mad. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But
Okay.
see, whenever Candy tries to get into reads with people, I always tune out because she can't read. Like she just cannot read. That's just not a
Uh-huh.
thing, honey.
She just yells and be like, well, I just feel like sound like a damn llama. Like, oh my goodness. When she get mad, she starts sounding like a damn goat.
Um, so that's why I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
Like when they started to go into it, it was just like the woman says she ain't want no vibrator shoved up her coochie. Why Mama Joyce even jumped in this whole
Yeah, Mama
conversation
Joyce is like,
was
well, if you
beyond
don't
my
want it, you ain't
level of
got it.
girl. What are you doing?
If you don't want it up in there, you ain't got it. I control my vagina. I'm like, honey, mama, you
Like
know,
Mama Joyce, you're a great grandmother at this point.
you're not a great grandma.
I mean, I know none of your grandkids got kids yet, but you old
Mm,
enough
mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
be a. What are you doing? They having a whole conversation about shoving shit up. They snatch. Why are you in this conversation?
Exactly.
And then the other thing about when they come in, y'all weren't there. So y'all are getting third party information from your child who you gonna believe whatever they say and damn what anybody else say. I know about that from dealing with education. You
Mm-hmm.
got these parents out here, their child can't do no wrong. They ready to fight everybody in the streets about their raggedy
Mm-hmm.
ass child. And your
Not
child is
everybody
as
does.
strong as get out. Just a mess. I know
You
why
know,
Mama
them
Joyce.
parents. They do be like that. They be, I'm a ride for mine. I don't care.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
then the other part where I understood too, Candy, you had to take some ownership because you shouldn't be having shit like I don't know if the lady should have been mad, but if I was Aaron Ross, I would have been going off. Motherfucker, what you're not gonna be doing is
Mm-hmm.
playing with my wife's cooch and keep pressing the button. And my wife is like, "What's going
That's
on?"
what
I'm
I'm
like, "That's not
saying.
me." And there's somebody else. Mm-mm, I don't
He
play no
was
games
real
like that.
calm, but you know what? I want to say. I want to say when the cameras were turned off, the conversation was had. Now let me tell you something. I don't know who was doing it, but y'all
They
need to
said
calm
it was
down.
Ralph.
I know it was Ralph nasty ass. Yeah, yeah.
He's so damn
He
disrespectful.
over there in the corner in the cut looking like, ooh, not me. Like, girl.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, no, he definitely. You know what's the name? He talked to Ralph. I'm. Ralph got talked to. Yep. And look,
child.
we seen less of him this episode. I was like, thank God. Well, we didn't see none of the husbands really, except for we got that little stupid scene with Candy and Todd.
Yeah, that's the only husband we saw this
Yeah,
episode was Todd.
yeah. And we go. We always see Todd. Todd is always going to be that little
Mm.
assistant. That he done took Don Juan's child. Anyway,
I
after this,
told you I met Don Juan.
oh, you did? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
I
told me.
took a picture with him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You said, yeah, and you met what's his name? Brandon.
Oh, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brandon is cute though. He is. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I know. But anyway, back to the episode. We get a couple of montages or something like it wasn't like it's filler scenes. So Marlo talks at a women's expo. She talks about, and this is where we find out she talks about being in the system, which I didn't know that. I mean I know her
I
childhood
think
wasn't.
I did know she was in foster care.
Mm-hmm,
What I do know is I don't want you to have weave hanging all the way down to your ankles and you got on 6 inch feet. Like that wig she had on, that was Rumpelstiltskin, not Rumpelstiltskin, Rapunzel esque. Like, girl, why you got to have hair all the way to the floor? I just didn't like that hair. I mean, if it was maybe give me a 22 inch, okay?
mm-hmm,
Don't give me a 50 inch.
mm. Not a 50. I didn't even notice the hair. I thought I'll be looking at Marlo. I'll be like, okay, Marlo.
I didn't like that big bow on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the fact that she had a white bra underneath that semi-translucent black. I don't even get into fashion. I don't care about none of the fashion makeup, what they got going on, nothing. But something about Marlo at that thing kind of worked my nerves. And I don't know nothing about fashion or whatever. It just didn't. I was like,
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is it was a little quick little scene. Then it cut to Sonya talking to her family about the event.
I didn't
Um,
understand that. That was a wasted scene.
Yeah, it's just like I don't care about this. I mean, what was the husband not even in there? He wasn't even in there, so it
I
wasn't
ain't
even.
even see if, and if you're not showing me her husband, why are we looking at her
Yeah,
family?
it was her dad. Yeah, because she was
It
like,
was
oh
her
yeah,
dad, her mom, and her
yeah. You know,
sister.
her family was hyping her up. She was like, well, yeah, well, she told me I'm a clout chaser, and
Mhm.
I said, girl, I'm an Olympic gold medalist. And then the dad was like, boop boop. I'm like, okay, all right,
All that,
end
all that.
scene. Okay, so then we see Sheree speaking with a therapist or motivational speak. I don't know who he was.
Can I ask why your life coach? That was his
Life
name,
coach. There
life
we go.
coach. Why is his name Jack Daniels? I just want to know.
Not the drink.
I needed a whole swig of my crush grape.
I was like, I mean, he look at the end of the day, he was he was speaking those little PowerPoint
What?
facts, but
Okay, question on the floor.
mhm,
What does she see? She must not only see. She must be see him every 4 years, like the Olympics or something. Since we talk about, because there's no way you're a fucking life coach. I'm just cussing on your chat. I'm so sorry,
it's
Derek.
okay.
But there's no way you're a life coach.
Hmm.
Her life coach is as bad as Drew and Ralph's little therapist or whatever.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
horrible. Because if the first time she told you she was talking to some dude in jail, you should have shut that shit down then.
And he had to break.
Like, why
And
you
the
want to
way
do
he was
this?
breaking it down was so unorthodox too. He was like, "Well, you know, he's attracted to that fantasy. He was jerking off." I
Yeah,
was
he
like,
be
"What?"
jacking off. And I was like, what?
I'm like,
Where was this conversation when
so
she first said, "Yeah, I was talking to this dude," and you say, "Tell me a little more about him." Well, he's inmate number 1258009V1211B9. What? Yeah,
and
he has to call me on his little things. Cause see, girl, what's not about that? As a life coach, your first thing, I know you lying. I know you just making this up because you need me to laugh.
okay,
Because you're not talking to nobody in prison. You do realize that you are on network television. Well, not network television, but cable television.
hmm,
You do realize that, right? You do know who you are. You do know you're a target, right?
yeah.
Like, really?
Like she has no support. She has no good team behind her,
But that's how you know that was made up.
and she
That
surrounds
whole life
herself.
coach
Yeah,
situation, she don't go to him. It's no way a life coach is really gonna be
yeah.
letting you out here, have you out here looking crazy, talking about you talking to somebody in prison.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did, and she was like, you know, I'm gonna go in with it because I'm too far in. Sheree. Sheree will be a little dumb. You know, she a little dumb. She a little dumb. She a little dumb. She don't take the she don't take the advice. But I think that she needed to hear that maybe a third time. Um, is she done with Tyrone? The world may never know. I mean, she says she is, but I don't believe it. I think that she said I'm not going to stop talking to
She
him.
damn sure not. If she talk about she gonna use that same energy to pour into she by Sheree, girl, that ain't never gonna happen. So clearly you ain't done with him because all your energy still gonna be on the inmate. Because she by Sheree ain't happening.
It's supposed to be happening this season. I'm hearing something about it, right?
Yeah. I don't know who this is calling me from California. Baby, I'll talk to y'all later.
Hmm. Spring summer still upon us.
Spring, summer. Spring, summer. September, though. She kept saying, yes, September, spring, summer.
Like,
Wait a minute. September is fall, boo. That is autumn.
not autumn
That
child.
is autumn.
I
Girl, but yeah,
mean, she
Jack Daniels must have been drinking Jack Daniels before he came, before everything. Like, why's your name Jack? Not that somebody's name can't be Jack Daniels, but I just found it real interesting that
yeah,
his name was
it's
Jack
kind of
Daniels.
unlikely. Somebody's really calling you. I mean, if you want to
Hey,
pick it up,
hey. That looked like a work call, and I'm on Juneteenth, so I don't know why you calling me.
Oh, I'm on Juneteenth. Okay, we they can out this bitch. Okay, now, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Sheree needs to get together. She like I said, she surrounds herself with people that are not like in that have her best interests. We'll see. Talk about that later on when she talks to Kenya about it. But we see another scene of Candy, and this is where we see Candy and Todd, getting some clothes together for Marlo's little foundation that she has for girls that are in the
In
system,
foster care,
foster care. So she's not like a foster care mother, but she has like a found. What is that like?
nonprofit.
Oh, it's a nonprofit. Okay, so it
Mhm.
helps. It helps in mental.
Now, I understood both sides a little. Like, I understand Candy fully when she says, "What you mean you don't want my clothes?" Because somebody like Candy may very well only wear something once, because that's all she can wear it is once. Because the very first time she step out in something that she done wore before, she gonna get drugged.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very possible.
And ain't like archive hand me downs.
Hello, like your whole quote unquote business is all about hand me downs.
Yeah.
Them girls in the foster care ain't got nothing nowhere near the caliber of what Candy is giving out.
Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden they too good to have this.
You acting like that shit came from the Goodwill, child. Like but the way I feel like Marlo tries to make problems with people, and I think that's the part why I don't like Marlo. It's like, okay, obviously there's not enough drama going on right now, so let me be the problem. But like Candy is literally going out her way, and she's donating some of her clothes that she wore in the past, which are probably clothes that are like high end. Like it's
Hello.
hell, them kids up in there like, oh, is that Fendi? Let me get that. Like, some kids would have been wearing it. It came from Candy because Candy pretty popular. I mean, a lot of people like Candy. Like, it's just she's and then the way she said it was so condescending. She's like, I don't want my girls to wear hand me downs. Like, I really proud on it. And then she said whatever she said on her confessional. It's like, what did you expect her to do? You expect her to go out and like buy clothes?
Hell, and you got all this smoke. Whore, you didn't even buy nothing for your friend when she came to your house. You made her
Okay.
spend $11,000 of her own money. Now you just want Candy to just be shoveling out money to.
I'm like, what, you just wanted to check? That's the same equivalent as when a homeless person asks for some money, and you think they just hungry, so you give them some food, and they be like, "What I'm gonna do with this?"
Eat it.
No, they want the money because they want to get that stuff. Like Marlo was probably expecting a check.
Mm-hmm. Child, get over yourself, Marlo. The woman was being nice. You was being shady. If it was me, I'd be like, okay, you don't want that. You don't want my money either. See if I get
Mm-hmm.
it. Your shit.
Okay,
I,
Marlo.
I wouldn't. Mm-mm.
I don't know. Marlo just be moving weird, and she does stuff, and then things happen, and I somewhatly feel bad for her because
And yet,
and we'll get into it, but
I
yeah.
mean, and even if you did feel that way, you could at least be gracious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a gift and it was somebody trying to do something nice. Like we've all gotten things that somebody give us and we may not necessarily want it, but you take and be like, oh, you know what, appreciate it. Maybe when they walk out that house, mm-mm, mm-mm,
I ain't wearing
maybe
that.
that's going to the garbage.
I'm like,
But it's
thank
you know what,
you.
but you ain't got to, go out of your way to try and be shady for no reason.
Right, right. And that's why I say Marlo is cruel. Like, she is a cruel person. Like, it's
Mm,
not.
we'll
Yeah,
get there.
yeah, we'll get there. But so that happens. We see Kenya sit down with Sheree. I wonder. I hope I'm not missing them, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty quick. Like, it was a pretty quick episode. Like, not Marlo. Kenya sits down with Sheree, and she fully explains, like, I really was sick. And I will say this: like, I was skeptical about Kenya saying she was sick. She do look like. I
I
mean, you look at her
was.
wigs this episode. Like, her
I was
appearance.
one of the people who said she was lying. But Sheree, you need to be honest. because you was out there in the Amen corner
Mm,
dragging Kenya.
okay.
When Marlo was out there skull dragging Candy and Kenya,
Mm-hmm.
Sheree was out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Facts. Show is. Girl, you ain't
Right, right.
lying.
She's
And
playing both sides. She's playing both sides. I'm pretty sure they're gonna clear her ass in the reunion. I'm telling you.
Sheree, you ain't got shit.
Mm,
You ain't shit. You ain't never been shit and will never be shit. So, Sheree, you are not that girl
mm-hmm.
to be over here trying to play both sides, honey.
Yeah.
You need to be trying to be nice. You need to be trying to do everything you can do not to get gathered. Because, girl, you about to get gathered. They're going to click.
Clear the era, clear the era. Like when I tell you when that reunion hit, because Candy already ready. She already that damn video. She was like, she's fake as fuck. I'm tired of her shit. Like, you know what Candy said. He's like, you ain't even have the damn say nothing, damn. Like they was coming for Candy.
Like, you could have let Marlo go off on her tail. She was over there. Facts. Girl, she showed it.
And then when she got to sit down with King, and she was like, "Oh well, I understand." And I'm like,
Right.
but Sheree's always been like this. Sheree's always. This is not new. This is nothing new. This is the same Sheree that we got back in season 1. Like, she was always nice to you in your face, but then she'll disinvite you to certain stuff, or she'll say some negative things about you behind closed doors. Like, this is Sheree. Like, she has never changed. She's never going to change. And
That's why I say she ain't never been shit. She ain't shit. She ain't got shit and won't be shit.
this is one of the main reasons why a lot of her endeavors fall flat when it comes to love, business. You know, only
Just a
thing successful
mess.
happened to you was that house, because that house looked nice. I'm not gonna hold you. I to shout out Sheree, that looked good. But that's about it. Well, she also talked about how I think she was talking about her not having like a stable um work environment, or like people that's not really propping her up. Like, she talked about how, like, when she had,
But
yeah.
I, that's your fault.
She said this dude
My
that was helping her out with Chateau Sheree was like, well, I do like you though. Like,
First of all,
this.
because she kept saying, "Oh, the dudes keep hitting on me." I'm with Kenya. Why do you keep picking dudes then?
Every time Sheree's events, or whatever the case was, there was always men,
And I'm
either
gonna tell you
the
what she
girl
does.
or not, and they used to fuck up her shit.
I'm gonna tell you what she does.
Mm-hmm.
She be trying to do this on you. She be trying to get shit for free
Or cheat.
and or to cheat and be getting they be like,
Baby,
you finna
you get what you pay
compensate me
for.
somewhere.
You get what you pay for. That damn shot, that damn Sheba Sheree. I'm telling you, that looked like she got that off AliExpress. Because look, I know drop shipping. I'm trying to get into that business. Hello. But she slapped the name on it, and it just looked like no. You When you do a clothing line, like, you can't do. I'm not doing drop shipping with no clothes, honey. You got to make your own shit. You know what I'm saying, or have your own factory. Stuff like what other housewives did, like what Nene did with her swag boutique or whatever, or other people did. Girl, it just didn't work out because you picked the wrong people, and like you just said, she picks these little cheap behind people, and they don't do nothing for her. They want her. They either want her, or they do the wrong, or they just do it shitty. And it's weird.
I'm telling you, that is the calling card of somebody who always trying to find a bargain or get the cheap way out or get it for the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna get what you pay for.
You gonna get what you pay for. You gonna get Pookie and Peanut trying to talk to you. Then you gonna get Sanjay and whoever else like messing it up. Like, I mean, I hope to one day see what Sheba Sheree has to offer.
Not me,
I
nothing.
might get a
The
little
owner
merch.
ain't got nothing to offer. So why do I think the company is gonna have something to offer? She's a
Let me see, because the season. I mean, they did tape the season. Let me see if she did end up getting Sheba Sheree. I'm about to really look it up. Hold on.
no, she didn't.
Oh, wait a minute, showing up. Oh no.
What I told you.
I mean, it's not donate. Oh no, connect. I thought I said donate. I'm like, girl. I think I looked at this last time. Yeah, this is stock footage or stock photos. Oh, girl.
Hmm. It's the same thing. She never gonna have it. She knows she ain't.
Now she's
I
selling
just,
wellness. Not wellness. Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get to a point where she, I think she should completely rebrand and just be like and try
I
something.
think she should be off the show, and they should rebrand the show away from her. I never wanted her back. I never understood why she was back. I
Mm-hmm.
never thought she should come back. She's not any, she's doing nothing. She ain't married to nobody. She has no real career. She
Mm-hmm.
ain't got no money like that. Girl, why are you here?
She's trying to get that last little Real Housewives of Atlanta check, honey. Because let me tell you something. I know she's struggling with that damn house. What are you doing? I don't know what they be doing. I don't know what they
I
be
don't know.
doing.
A mess.
Maybe her kids probably pitching in or something like that. You know,
But
Kyrie working
if
with
I
Tyler
was
Perry.
Kenya, I'd be real. See, but Kenya at the taping didn't know that Sheree was over there with Marlo skull dragging her.
She didn't. You said Skull Dragon.
Baby Marlo skull drug them. She did. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said last week, I ain't saying it wasn't all true.
Mm-hmm.
But baby, you ain't have to do that. Mama went at them with reckless abandon.
Not reckless abandonment. No, for real. Like she went and it was so unwarranted too. Like it'd be one thing if they actually did something to them. It's just like
Baby,
they
she
did a little
went
fake.
from zero
He
to
didn't show up.
scorched earth.
Yeah, Marlo, another one. She gonna get her. She gonna get hers. Um, so they talk about doing a little sit down, like a lady sit down, which is part two of what happened in the beginning of the episode. But whatever. So Marlo talks about the situation with her sister. I guess that's who did yeah, she talked about it with Drew and Sonia because they were the first people that showed up. And then I guess they were gonna call her after because have the kids come over at the restaurant and call them after their little sit down, which it felt weird because I'm like, okay, all right. I mean, well, all in one scene. um Kenya's wig when she walked in, and this is why I knew Kenya was really like she was not joking about her being sick. Like she really was. The way she was like, "Oh, you look good," and that camera panned to Kenya. I'm like, what? Like it was giving. This is what it was giving. This is what it was giving. Like it was giving hoodie. Like it was giving very much like like this part right here rose. Like we could see, and I don't know who be doing Kenya's hair. I hope it's not her. But
Her hair never looks quite right to me.
it be sitting on top of the actual like hairline. Like I Kenya, and I'm sorry, but they was like, how you over here? You over here promoting? And Marlo was right. Look, Marlo, look, she don't get it all the time, but sometimes she be hitting. How you sit there? You got a whole hair care line, and you hiding your hair under a wig. And I don't know what brand of hair, what brand of wig she said. I forgot, but that was I was like, ooh,
It was a mess. It was like I said, I don't even pay attention to the
like
hair and makeup and fashions. But
Kenya really
Kenya
took
just
a
never gets the
nosedive.
hair right.
No, she used to. She used to. I mean, even the confessionals look bad this season. Like, I don't know what that damn Mother Teresa, that damn I don't know what this
No, the worst confessional look is that Elvira that Sheree be giving. I'd be like, or no, that one and Marlo with the blonde bob with the little pink church
I don't
mother
like when Marlo
outfit.
got that black hair, that short black Monica
Oh,
looking hair. No, she why you got a hairline? Like why you got lined? It looked like she got lined up. Like, what is that?
and then the jewelry is too big and gaudy and just
Got the bonga bonga necklace. Like I'm like, damn.
The little ring or whatever thing on her finger like this big, and then the charm on the necklace is like this. Like, girl, I can't. Anyway, so they had this raggedy sit down.
We had to sit down. So Drew and Sonya get right into it. Actually, no, Kenya and Marlo, they get right into it, and Kenya gets in her ass. I will say Kenya got her because she was wrong. Marlo was wrong for sitting there and trying to perpetuate that narrative that she was faking it, being sick or whatever. And then they was going back and forth, and Kenya was bringing up receipts, and
Sheree wasn't here, was she? She wasn't in this scene.
she was.
She was.
I think
I
she
just
was there.
wasn't paying her no mind. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
Candy was the only one that wasn't there
Yeah.
because Candy was doing some type of show where I don't know, she playing like a lesbian. Go ahead, Candy.
But I would Sheree, you still ain't shit. Cause you sat there. She's just gonna sit there and act like if I was everybody at this point, all sides have a reason to be mad with Sheree. Because you was over here in the A-man corner with Marlo, and now that Marlo is over here taking all of the bullets, you sitting there like, ooh,
Mm.
you got it. Cause I do remember her being a now that you say that, cause I remember saying, well, girl, you ain't gonna step in.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Marlo. I mean, not Marlo. Sheree sat there was like, well, a
A mess.
whole mess.
Uh, and Marlo, to me, never wants to take any responsibility or accountability for
Nope,
anything.
never. It's always somebody else's fault.
So that's why later on in the episode, when she was crying or whatever, I looked at her like, and
Not and
cry blood.
and my thing is, why didn't we see that curse out? Like you said, you got cursed out. I wasn't hear that shit. I was like, and look. I don't think that Marlo is using this, milking this situation that she got going on. We'll get into it because that's gonna be the last thing we'll talk about. But Drew and Sonya gets into it again, and it gets to the point they stood up. I was like, ooh. I'm like, now, Drew, is this what you want to do?
Yeah, because Sonya is an Olympic athlete now.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate for you to get drugged, Drew. Drew, you ain't. You don't give me the fighting type.
But Drew, oh my goodness, the titties was sitting today. I was like, this is the
What
best
name?
Drew ever looked. I'm like,
She
okay.
was looking good,
Body was on. It was on.
but Sonya, I feel like two things can be right
Mm-hmm.
or wrong. And I feel like both Drew and Sonya have things that are wrong about what they're saying or
Mm-hmm.
what they did, I should say. Like both of them. I don't think there has to be a clear cut right and a clear cut wrong. Because Sonya is, I feel like she's trying to make a moment.
Yeah.
Like her whole thing is, oh, I'm the athlete. Oh, and then the whole perpetuation of I'm a Jamaican, and if you grow up around a lot of Jamaicans, there is this stereotype of them always being, on go, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
They'll beat your ass. They'll fight. And so like they got all this rah rah rah, like nobody can match them and what they do. And you'd be like, and
Sis.
so I feel like Son, because remember, she even told her mama, "Oh, they gonna get the real Sonya now. They gonna get the real Son." Girl,
Ain't nobody scared of you.
and that's what I think. I think that's why I say I feel like she's feeding into that trope that there is about Jamaicans and stuff like that. If you grow up, and if you grew up around them, you'll know that's kind of how they kind of like present themselves with this bravado about them. That's just I don't know, but I think she expected Drew to just cower,
Mm-hmm.
in front of her and just be like, "No, okay, you ain't scared nobody."
You're not. You're not scared of nobody. She got up, you got up. Things was gonna go down either way, athlete or not. I mean, you just ran. Ain't like you wrestling or no
Right. You were not there playing rugby. You were not there, on the football field or
honey.
nothing. You weren't even in track and field. You were not there throwing, the big what's the big ball? The hammer throw.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. The hammer throw. Because them women be real big, or the ones who throw the ball. What's the big ball? The hammer throw had a little handle and they
Mm-hmm.
spin around. But there's one with the big ball. It's the not the javelin. Javelin is the one that looks like a spear. Not the discus. It's the I don't know. I can't remember. It's gonna come to me as soon as I get off too.
I don't know because I don't know about no Olympics, but yeah, I mean
Well,
she
yeah. I mean,
like Drew. I mean not Drew. Sonya, girl, it gave very much. She was looking for another moment. Like she is trying to, and I think a lot of these girls, a lot of these new girls that come on here, they think that okay, if I don't bring the drama, I'm not gonna come back the next season. Like we've seen people come and go, and we knew certain people deserved like to stay another season. Like I like her or not, Claudia should have definitely stayed past the season that she was in. She definitely gave Nene the one and the two with that. Okay, but she did kind of. I mean, and it was a lot that they cut out. They said there was a lot that was cut out in that little Reed fest, but maybe they have this thing in their minds like, oh my god, I got to be drama. I got to bring the drama, or they're not going to have me back again. But it's like, girl, it looked forced. It's given the same thing that almost what's that girl name that was Kenya's bosom buddy? YouTuber. She was a vlogger last season. Latoya. Everything she did was forced. It was forced. She had this forced beef with Drew, and then like I think with Portia, not Portia, but somebody. Like it was with. I think it just was with Drew. But it was forced. Like it was like, girl, you don't really just like this girl, or the girl that was that Portia stole her man on. The other girl, the girl that had the Medusa. You don't remember them people?
I'm trying to remember.
You don't remember Latoya?
I remember Latoya now that you say her, but it took me a while. I had to be remember like who.
Not who?
Oh, okay, I remember her.
Latoya,
Because some of the ancillary characters, I look at them and I forget them real fast. Like,
yeah.
like I don't even remember the little assistant name from earlier this season,
I don't remember that man name either. I'm glad he gone.
girl. And that was this season,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a whole storyline on him.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I remember her.
I mean, I hope he's fired at this point, child. But knowing
Girl,
Drew,
I hope they got you an extra drink down there to the Marquette and to the Bulldogs down there in the ATL. Because
Ralph probably had
girl,
to talk to him like, now, sir, I ain't the
I'm a
one ordered
mess.
to.
So, but yeah, I feel like at this point, Sonya, every time she's in a scene with
Mm-hmm.
Drew, it's gonna be combative at this
It's on
point.
site. It's
It's on
on
site. It's gonna be
site.
adversarial every time.
It's,
Every
yeah,
time.
every time. I mean, they're
And
the new person.
because other than that, what's her storyline?
I feel like they're also. I don't know. I don't know. It is giving like. Remember when Portia and Kenya was on, and then like Portia and Kenya was like versus. It was like versus them. Like it was
Mm-hmm.
Portia against Kenya. I think that's what I think that's what it's trying to give now.
That's
But
what
it's
it's
like,
trying, but y'all don't have the personality
mm-hmm,
that Portia and Kenya had.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I do want to see Drew get drugged though. I would like to see them fight and see Drew get drugged.
Not Drew.
Although I'm not a proponent of fighting at all. Let's be clear.
Not you hope Drew get drugged though. Like what?
I'm not a proponent of fighting because although
Uh-uh.
I can't stand Candace from Housewives of Potomac, I was not here for Monique dragging her the way
Not
she did.
Potomac. I am not we announcing whole cities wrong.
Potomac.
Oh Lord, child. No, I like. I don't know why people don't like Monique. What do y'all have against Monique?
Monique. I
I
can't
love when
stand Candace now. I can't stand Candace.
I do like Candace too, though.
But my problem with Monique
I don't like her husband.
was Monique never wants to see, I shouldn't say never, but it takes so long for her to see what she does wrong.
Hmm.
Because I do think she be like going in on her husband Chris sometimes, and
Hmm.
it don't be him, it be her. And
Mm.
I be like, you do like, girl, you don't. And
Mm.
she
I
could have
mean, I,
brought
I I
calm and
just liked her
comfort
because
to it.
she read Giselle for filth. She was like, yeah,
I mean, but Giselle does need to be ready for
with
filth.
that damn
Giselle
book,
is a horrible.
that damn binder that she had. She said, "His number is 609."
Now the binder
I was
was
like,
a
damn.
whole load of shit. It was nothing in that binder. I was over here rooting for the binder, thinking Mama finna have Cliff Notes, and Mama had her trapper keeper out here. I knew she was gonna have dividers. I know it was gonna have
Not dividers.
annotations. It was gonna have bookmarks and dog ears and everything. Girl, you pulled out one thing out of there.
But see, why did Giselle say that is his number? I'm like, damn, like you just told on yourself. I would have lied, bitch. Child, it was a whole mess. I mean, I did get into Potomac that last year because Nikki,
And
I
the thing
love.
about it is the tea that she gave, it wasn't like it was fresh tea. That girl had been spreading Jamal Bryant's tea all over the internet streets that whole season, even before that season started. Like
Mm.
she had been doing interviews with the blogs and with YouTubers and all kinds of stuff that whole season. So that stuff that she brought out, I was like, okay, girl, but
Where the
where's the good tea, girl?
not where the good tea.
Anyway, so we had Marlo that went over here and started crying and stuff. Girl,
Yeah.
Marlo, I don't care. I do not
And we
care.
didn't even see it. We didn't see it. All we know was she said she was going to talk to her sister, and hopefully that the sons will be able to like sway her, because I guess she's trying to go back into court and trying to appeal something. But if they do it and she loses, she'll see jail time. So she gets on the phone with them. We don't see what they talked about, but we see the aftermath, and the boys are crying, and Marlo's crying because, and she's saying in the confessional like she cursed me out, saying that you know you're the reason why I'm still here, and this, that, and third. And I mean, it was sad. I was sad for the kids. I don't really care for
I
Marlo.
only care about the boys. Marlo, you could have cried blood. They could have just had the boys cry, and I might have felt some kind of way. But as soon as Marlo started with her crocodile tears,
Not
girl, I
crocodile.
don't care. Moving on.
Moving on, honey.
Moving on. Because you go around here being the agent of destruction and disaster every episode, every season. You go around here, just doing and saying horrible things. You can't then come back and then want people to feel bad for you. Or
Mm-hmm.
to feel, for example, I can use myself for an example. People say that L Teddy 27 is a mean, horrible guy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But what L Teddy 27 doesn't do is if I'm going through things, you don't hear about it on my channel
Yeah.
because I don't expect for people to necessarily. Some people are just never gonna feel sorry for me because they say, "Oh, you always mean to people, you always dragging people." So I don't care that that's going on through, and that's fine. Those people who love and care about me, they know, and they won't be on here.
Mm-hmm.
So I purposely keep it off because I don't want people to think I'm trying
Right.
to get sympathy or whatever. So, and I think Marlo, if you're gonna be the villain, be the villain.
Be the villain. Mm-hmm. Because it just, you're trying to have these human interest stories while you're being like the bad guy, and it's just not. It's
Right.
not. It's
While you in one breath skull dragging people, and then in the next scene you over here crying and stuff. No, girl, no. Because I'm not gonna feel bad for you. Because if I'm Candy or if I'm Kenya and I see that, baby, I don't
Mhm.
care. Baby, you can cry from now till forever. You done? Because you still
Right.
ain't shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like it's just sorry that the boys got to go through that, but baby, listen. Sometimes the life sucks, and you got to learn to deal. That's a part of learning how to deal with things in life. That's a part of growing up. Shah.
I know.
Damn, Marlo.
Marlo,
Ugh.
it's a mess, but we'll get through it. We seen some clips from the next episode. It looks like Marlo and Kenya are gonna get into it, and hands are getting in each other's faces, and they gotta back people. I'm like, ooh, child, what's gonna happen? It look like it's gonna be some. It's gonna be one of those episodes.
I. You think Kenya gonna fight?
You know, Kenya ain't gonna fight. They gonna
Exactly.
people gonna jump in and be like, no, girl, because you know Kenya can't fight.
Right. Because we know she can't fight. Now Marlo gives me that she will whoop some ass and take some names.
Mm-hmm.
She does give me that. Kenya,
Kenya better sit down.
Kenya just sit over there by Drew, honey. Because neither one of y'all can fight. Neither one of y'all give me y'all can fight.
It's
Candy don't give me she got no hands either. Sheree gives me she'll talk a good game, but when the rubber hits the pavement, people be done put a battery in her back and she go out there and gets drugged. Sonya, I can believe Sonya can fight.
mm-hmm.
Marlo, I can believe Marlo can fight.
You know,
The
Marlo,
rest of them,
all my life.
the rest of child, you saw them old pictures of Marlo. Did you see her eyebrows in them pictures? Girl. Baby, they showed them old pictures of Marlo. I said, oh, she looked like a whole different person. I was like, girl, is that you? Girl.
Girl, not camel.
Baby. She had them Oscar the Grouch eyebrows. You ever see Oscar the Grouch and how
Not
big his
Oscar the
eyebrows
Grouch.
be?
Child.
Girl. She did look like all my life I had to fight in those pictures. She did.
No, but the hair, okay. Let me tell you something. That shit was relaxed.
Child. That was a mess.
She had one of them bumps. You know them the bumps that made you
Oh my God.
I'm like,
Oh, dude.
they said we asked for curls and they give you James Brown, girl.
Right. Oh my God.
That's why she be
Like
wearing. That's
Marlo,
why
why
she
did
be
you
wearing hair
have
down her back now. Like, cause she look. I ain't letting y'all do
Marlo?
this.
You had to offer up those pictures, and that's what you offered. Y'all go get Marlo and tell her don't do that no more. Honey. Don't do that no more, girl. Girl. Oh
Anyway,
man.
that's it for today. We had it was an interesting episode, I will say. Definitely picked up from the last
Mhm.
couple. And we'll, be back with the next episode. We'll be on El Teddy's page,
Oh, we will, won't we?
Per. All right, y'all.